Good morning, everyone. I'm Kevin Mendes. Welcome to your Monday episode. Thank you so much for welcoming Renata into your space. Ren, let's tease them. What can they expect on this Monday episode?
They have been searching, they've been looking, they're waiting, it's coming. Beef is gonna be served up today. Jules is coming in, and I don't know how hot it is, but I know that there's several segments that we have to go boop, boop, bop, bop, beep, and get through. But besides from all the excitement of beef, we have great dynamic segments coming in because we're leading up into summer, and what happens in summer? Camp. So we're gonna be finding out all the camp goodness for that. But what else do we have up our sleeve, Kavito?
Summer camps. Everything is summer camps today.
I'm just telling you, summer camps. We're going with that.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with that. We're staying.
Yes.
But what else do we need you guys to do? Put your comments in the comment section. Make it live interactive for you expectful. Of course.
Yes.
I've come to find that the truth isn't what we were told. So where
to everybody on Sunup.
do I seek the answer that's worth looking for today? Just in time,
And he's here to talk to us
the
about
writing appears on the
show that we're on
wall.
right now. Tell me.
You and I were the first ones to see.
And we're going to be talking about the hot shush that has been
The
happening
world
in
that we see
So
may
far.
seem that it'll never change. They say, but if you tear down the wall that's blinding us all, you'll see the way today. A place to call your home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight. We'll be there at morning's light. I've got you covered on all concerns we share today. You'll discover how the world turns each day.
Muy buenos dias, beautiful Sunup on 7 family. Welcome to your Monday episode. It's June 8th. Thank you so much for welcoming Renata into your space. If you're watching via Facebook, YouTube, or cable TV, we're very excited about today. Before we get into all the greatness, let's bring you the weather. That's courtesy of the Belize Met Service.
Good morning, Belize. A moderate easterly airflow continues to support generally fair weather. The 24-hour forecast of Belize and her coastal waters calls for sunny skies today with a few cloudy spells. And high temperatures today are expected to reach 89 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast to 95 inland and 82 over the mountains. Tonight, the skies will be partly cloudy with low temperatures of 83 along coastal areas to 74 inland and 69 in the higher elevations. Showers and thunderstorms will be isolated except for the south where a few more showers and isolated thunderstorms can be expected late night and early morning. The wind will blow from the east to southeast at 10 to 20 knots and the sea state will be moderate. A low tide will occur at 10:03 this morning, a high at 3:43 in the afternoon, and then a low at 10:22 tonight and a high at 4:32 a.m. The sun rose at 5:17 and will set at 6:26. The moon will set at 9 minutes past midday and rise at 33 minutes past midnight. The outlook for Tuesday and Tuesday night is for cloudy skies at times, along with a few showers and isolated thunderstorms to develop mostly along the coast and south early morning and late night. In the sargassum forecast, there is the possibility that a few more sargassum mats could drift ashore during the coming days, resulting in moderate impacts on beaches across the country. And in the tropical weather outlook, no tropical cyclone formation is expected over Belize or near Belize and her coastal waters during the next 48 hours. And with that, we conclude your morning forecast that was prepared here at the National Meteorological Service.
Everyone, that was the weather update, and now we're ready for the Monday morning beef with Jules. Jules, good morning. Your fans are waiting for this serving of the beef.
This is a very unhealthy for all of us.
We have 10 subjects, so
We'll
it's
go
extra
through it quick.
juicy.
No. Last week, the beef was burnt, more indigestible than usual, but it was ridiculously burnt and overcooked.
But then we cut
Overcooked.
it up, so it was, we were able to, stomach it.
I think that is a charitable interpretation, but let's kick it. We
Right.
can't be here forever.
Yeah.
I'm on the clock.
Let's go, Care. First one.
So, Dr. Nguyen and Hannah, did this lucrative NHI contract cause the rift that allegedly led to a murder?
Yeah, so this is a complicated case. Dr. Naun and his former partner, Hannah Rebecca Foreman,
Yeah.
she has been charged for murder. It's a very unusual charge. They're charging them on a joint enterprise. Usually a joint enterprise, as I know it, is when the two persons are there and they both go on the murder. One may pull the trigger, but the other one was there with knowledge of the fact that the other person had the gun. That did not happen here. She was nowhere near. Even the police admit it is the very first time they have charged someone for a joint enterprise murder in a situation like this, where they only have a remote connection between the two. Supposedly, they have digital forensic evidence. They have FIU information that supposedly money was exchanged. So it is an unusual charge, right? It is an unusual murder charge. Because Hannah Foreman was not there at the scene. Good. But let's look at what gave rise to it, because it's very extraordinary. Supposedly, or we know factually, they had a business dispute.
Yeah.
That started supposedly in January of this year. Now, we have to understand the role that NHI plays in this. We have to understand the role that a NHI contract represents. They had a laboratory. I think we have a picture of the business. They had a laboratory at the Emporium building there in Belmopan, a partnership. They applied, NHI has gone to Belmopan, or is being implemented in Belmopan,
Yeah.
and they applied, here's the business. So the medical laboratory, Belmopan Medical Laboratory Services, won this lucrative contract from NHI, and that is when things started to go crossway. That is what she attests. That's when she says Dr. Naun tried to push her out of the business. His brother, who you see there, says that is when he became aware that she was trying to steal away the NHI contract and put it in another company's name,
Wow.
right? That's the allegation. And that he also found that they were incomplete, that he had his allegation. She was stealing money from their partnership company. That she was doing services and not entering it in the system, accepting payment to her private account. Those are the allegations. But I want to key in on the pivotal role that NHI contracts play. Once a medical establishment, especially a smaller one like this, has an NHI contract, you got it made. An NHI services contract, you got it made. You have the whole cake. Now, if you know you'll make other money as well, your natural, your normal customers, that's icing. But you have a whole cake. It turns the business from maybe a 3-star business into a 5-star business, because you have a guaranteed revenue stream from the government of Belize. You can take that to the bank.
Yeah.
So that immediately changed the profile. And when that happened to that business, Belize, Belmopan Laboratory Services, when that happened, when they got that contract, I am told it started, apart from the rift that it created between the two, it started a little bit of competition for who would control or what partnerships could emerge out of that laboratory. Because once that laboratory has that lucrative NHI contract, it becomes attractive on the open market. Other healthcare providers will want to say, make we team up with you and we can create larger pie.
Yeah.
You have a nice slice now. You had only crumbs before, but now you have a slice. Let's put together with other slices. This is normal business.
Yeah.
However, she says that the business, she says that is when he tried to take away the business. And I guess he says that she then tried to defraud their partnership by channeling away that lucrative NHI contract. So we have to understand that the NHI services contract is at the center of this, and it's a wake-up call for all of us because we're just hearing NHI, free healthcare, oh, awesome. This is in the middle of a political tombola. NHI is a political tombola because man ain't get rich, woman ain't get rich. And once people, they get rich, politicians are circling, they're vultures. They're circling because they have to eat too. So we have to understand the distorting, intoxicating effect of an NHI contract on a medical services provider. It creates a distorted worldview, and that's what allegedly happened. Well, we know factually that happened between Dr. Naon and Hannah Foreman. That's why they were in court. Now, he then proceeded to basically lock her out of the business because he said she was stealing, she was siphoning funds away. No police report was made. He offered to buy her out for a paltry sum of $20,000, which she had originally invested $50,000 at the age of 24. She had initially invested $50,000. And obviously, once you got that NHI contract, the value of the company increases manifold. So, you know, it will be left to see how they establish that they're charging her for the joint enterprise of murder. You see, normally, and I'm no expert, but normally you charge for conspiracy to commit murder. You conspired with someone to commit a murder. But it's very unusual that someone who was not there is charged for murder. So we'll see where it goes in court. I hope it is not just an arrest to, and I don't think it is, but I hope it is not an arrest to just satisfy public sentiment in Belmopan.
Yeah.
Because remember, Mr. Mira is under pressure. He has attested this was his personal friend. The family was known to him. And he's a minister of police, and it's another savage murder in Belmopan, which has seen many savage murders this year. It is a political pain and an executive embarrassment for Minister Mira. And he's a sensitive man. We know this. He's a very sensitive fellow. So, you know, what will be interesting now is what happens with the business.
Yeah.
Because I understand Dr. Nawon is dead for no good reason. For no good reason, a good doctor is dead. Pain and grief. But there's also a business dimension. A partnership, as the man said, I ain't past the bar, but I know a little bit. A partnership is not like a company. Like when a company like this one, Tropical Vision Limited, which continues in perpetual succession. If all the directors pass away, the company continues. But a partnership, which they had, is a different creature. And if they had a partnership agreement, which I believe they did, when one of the partners die, the partnership has to be dissolved. Yes, there's an estate, and you have to reach the administration of the estate, but you cannot, as I understand it, or my little knowledge, it's not that you assume the estate assumes the role of the partner. That's my limited knowledge. I'm no expert. But I'm just saying, she was boxed out of the company, but now she's the only surviving partner. And there's still this lucrative NHI contract that will make a lot of money for the owners. So it will be very interesting, and we need to hear from NHI what's going to happen with that. It's a matter of, it's not a private contract. It's a matter of public interest. But the fact is that all the evidence so far indicates that a lucrative NHI contract is at the center of this murder conspiracy. That supposedly the jostling over the control of the company that received this contract is what impelled this murder to occur. That is the case that the police are making. It will be very interesting to see how it unfolds in court, but it creates a public awareness. These NHI contracts are being given out, are being awarded to a large cross-section of medical providers, and they are going to get rich off it. Let us understand, it's a political tombola they play right now with NHI contracts. Right? And you can't be the wrong party, or you can't not ready to play the game. Because everybody who passes under the bridge to wealth has to pay a toll to political functionaries of the ruling administration. If you want to go across the bridge to great wealth, this is how the politics set up. You got to pay. And every year the government is in, the price goes up, the bite goes up. 20%, 30%, even 50% them and they ask for. Exorbitant amounts. If you want to cross the bridge to wealth on government money, you got to pay. That's how it's set up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll just be a very interesting case, and we'll keep a close eye on it.
Yeah.
Her attorney is Richard Dickey Bradley, Mr. The other gentleman, Mr. Bertrand, the co-accused.
Yeah.
His attorney is Arta Saldiva. So we will see where it goes, but it has to be watched closely.
And on all the sides of politics, Jules, the PM has stand and supported Mira's misuse of cybercrime laws, or his use of cybercrime laws.
Yeah, well, his use or misuse. I believe it is a misuse.
Doesn't believe
The
that.
Prime Minister gave an interview, a very haughty and impatient interview. He's busy. He has no time for the press. He suffered through a
smart.
10-minute interview and said, "Oh, no, can't interview me tomorrow at the house." Now, my brother, no make a start, man, just say me or give me. That is your job. I know they answer, it's like you don't drain sweeper and they drain dirty every day. So you need to clean it every day. That a job you beg for. The job, I'll remain calm. The job requires constant public accountability. Constant. Because you don't want to do it in an orderly way. We could have a date. that you do a press conference, and I'll always show up nicely dressed, and we have a date. But if you don't want to have structured, orderly press conferences, then we have another rule that is called Ajo Semi or Gimme.
Yeah.
So you can't go on haughty and impatient as the Prime Minister did. Joe Marie asked him, did you intervene to get Alberto August out of jail, out of detention? And he very heartily replied, well, I don't think I have to give you an account of everything I do. I don't think I have to give you, I am the Lord. No, Mr. Briceño. In public life, when you are acting publicly, you have to give an account. You can misrepresent what you did, or you can, be very vague about it, but you have to give an account. This, let us remember, is a man who pulled the National Assembly, the Parliament, to meet on Thursday, very irregular to have a Thursday meeting. But why? Because Friday he's going on vacation. Oh. He has the matters of the state, the matters of the legislature, have to be built around. It is not the first time a House meeting has been moved to facilitate a break. I think this one is I'm told it's a European run. I don't grudge nobody on to take on a vacation, but when you are moving around the dates that the legislature, which is the people's representation, you're moving that around to facilitate your summer break, your European run.
Yeah.
I know the grudge you run, but priorities, brother. Yeah. The House meets on Friday. Yes, you can convene it when you wish, but Mr. Briceño, sir, you do have to give an account of everything you do in the public sphere. Mr. Briceño then went on to say, I note, right? Jules, note that he could have chosen to take the high ground and said, Miss Amira did this. I wouldn't have advised him to do it. I wouldn't do it. It's not the advised course to misuse the or to use cyberbullying laws when there are other remedies available to public figures. You can take people to court for defamation. That's the remedy for that when you are a public figure. But instead of taking the high ground, the Prime Minister said, I think Oscar Mira has every right to be able to make a report against him under the cyberbullying law. Instead of taking the high ground, instead of saying, let us take a more enlightened approach, he encouraged other ministers to misuse the cyberbullying law, which is meant for the protection of vulnerable people who are being taken advantage of. So instead of saying, let's leave that for the vulnerable people, no! Those who have drivers and ministries and secretaries and an armada of hangers-on, entourages, they are the ones who should use cyberbullying law. No, that is a misuse of cyberbullying law to stifle constitutionally guaranteed freedom of expression. This is the trade-off for public life. I belabored it more than sufficiently, exhaustively last week. Yeah. But this is the trade-off of public life. So I'm really disappointed in the Prime Minister in saying that Mr. Mira had every right to use the cyberbullying law. It's a terrible example to set. He does not believe it. The Prime Minister is more sophisticated than that. The Prime Minister of Belize, I will take up for John Briceño, would not be so silly as to make a cyberbullying complaint against somebody who they mock you on Facebook, against a known jawbone who they mock you. Our good Prime Minister would not be so silly. And he should have said, man, I won't do that, and I won't advise a man to do that. We should approach things a different way. He went in the other direction. He doubled down and took the unenlightened approach, and the approach he does not even believe in, and say he has every right to make a report against him under the cyberbullying law. I regret that the Prime Minister, as his spokesperson, I regret that the Prime Minister did not take the high road when it was available to him. He knows the high road because he lives on that high road in this regard. In this regard, I could say, John Briceño, not thin skin.
Yeah.
Though there is a boy named Sue who has sent me a lawyer letter on his behalf, I do not believe the Prime Minister is a boy named Sue. I believe he's a veteran and tough politician, and he knows his ladders from his snakes, and he could handle it. That is my belief. But I regret greatly that whenever he's given a choice to take the high road and set an example for the cabinet, he instead encourages the continued abuse of a law that's meant for vulnerable private citizens. Let's move on. But as a spokesperson, I've also announced, because there's no public announcement being made, the Prime Minister isn't here. He's away on vacation. And as a spokesperson, I can say that he plans to be back soon. He's going to bring us our gifts. I want some of that chocolate, the triangular chocolate, where name, the Toblerone.
Yeah.
I hope he brings me some from the duty free in España. But yeah. So yes, I'm making the announcement on his behalf since none has been made. I am not the acting Prime Minister, but I hope to be someday.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's Cordell Hyde.
Jules, now let's talk about the government's reflexive challenge on the Halakta ruling.
Be calm.
Deep breath,
You
yeah.
know, in that same interview, the Prime Minister said, and I want to pull up his words, please forgive me. There was this ruling that has been made now by two courts, right? It's been made by the High Court, and let me just pull up his statement here, yeah. It's been made by the High Court, the Supreme Court, and it's been made by the Court of Appeal. It's been upheld. The state owes the village of Halakte money when it built the road from Dump to Halakte. It violated their land rights. It used up certain community lands. And the state has to compensate them. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the ruling. But when the Prime Minister was asked about it, we believe it is a wrong ruling. We believe the Chief Justice or judges, it's the President of the Court of Appeal, but fine. I know he's new to this. The Chief Justice or the judges, yeah, we don't agree with it. And I'll say that respectfully and certainly, we believe we can overturn that ruling at the CCJ. If the Mr. Ashcroft, if the were multinational, they would have quickly said, mercy, I dep on my knee, make a pay. How soon I could pay? Tomorrow? The next day? Mercy. But it's the little villagers, the Mayas. No, sir. We're going to CCJ. We're not pay. The judge ain't wrong. When the Mr. Ashcroft on find money for pay if they found a foot bottom. The Port of Belize continuing litigation. Oh, we'll pay to stop continuing litigation. You have loan charges. Oh, you have attorney fees, 10 million. Oh yeah, we'll pay. When the Ashcroft Alliance, when it is the neo-colonizer, they bow. They reflexively fall on their bellies and they crawl. They prostrate themselves before the colonizer. But when it's the indigenous people, two courts, but under the pay Douglas Mendes, hand over fist, the Trinidadian Senior Council. They're paying him hand over fist to continue to not pay the Mayas of Halakte. That is how serious they take it. We will not pay you. We pay the white man reflexively, quickly, with the quickness. But not you. We prove you wrong at the CCJ. Our own people. Mr. Briceño was there, 2006 when it tell one of the indigenous leaders at the time. He said, when I get my land, I was in that conversation with him. Both of us flew down to Punta Gorda on that day. He told Greg Chuck in my presence, I don't mind, you know, when I get my land.
Oi.
He was Minister of Natural Resources at the time.
Wow.
I can't say nothing else about that, man. I just have to leave that there.
Yes.
But let's take a quick commercial break. Allow me to hydrate. I apologize for the break during beef.
Okay.
Beef. And when we come back, we're going to talk about Mira's Sisters Connect.
Wow.
We will talk about that when we come back. Let me take a quick commercial break and let me clear my
No, the
throat.
thing
important.
real when
Yeah.
man have to be hydrated. So we'll be right back, guys.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
I am a diabetic. I have an access to my medication every 3 months, and I have my analysis. And like how I am more or less an elderly, I receive my medication free. It helps us a lot. It helps us economically. It's a place that's accessible for almost every village that is registered here. And it's good because we have the elderly that we can travel with them here and there. Well, we have it here. The doctors are willingly, ready, friendly. The staff itself then, they're friendly and they attend to you readily. And we don't have to be waiting and waiting. It's a really good thing that has done. It had been always been said that NHI, but then thanks God it come to Orange Walk. I think that elderly government is a good thing that they did. They thought about people that really are in need.
I feel excited, happy, because my kids will have a place to stay. I give thanks to everyone who did this possible, and I give thanks to God. It's an improvement for me to start something bigger for my kids.
Renting, is very difficult for many people, not only in my village but around the country. I think giving the opportunity to these families, especially single mothers, is something where to appreciate and never forget.
I couldn't sleep last night because I said today is my big day. It's my big day today, and I said, I kneel long and I pray and I give God thanks. I can't even think of me. I never see this dream come true.
Little by little, what she was spending in rent, she can put towards adding an additional room to this starter home. So I am very happy that the homes are constructed in a way that you can easily add a room to it.
It's a good project, a good starting for every person who receives this home, and I hope a lot of people get.
Education is not free, they say. And for 13 years, under the previous administration, it wasn't. But under this government, at every EOP school, it is. The Belize Education Upliftment Project is a comprehensive commitment. Tuition waived, meals provided, uniforms covered, transport supported, and devices for learning provided. All of it. Since 2022, this government has expanded EOP from 4 schools in Southside Belize City to 23 schools nationwide, impacting 14,000 students and over 8,000 families in every district. Every year, more schools will be added and more students will be covered. The expansion continues because every Belizean child is deserving of this investment. At EOP schools, no student is left behind. No family is forced to choose between food and education. That is what free education looks like.
It's a big blessing I want to thank God for my blessing. I love it. It's beautiful. I didn't expect this.
She's a cancer patient. She has been struggling for several years because of her condition. And this home has provided her comfort. This home has provided her a peace of mind, even me a peace of mind, seeing that she can help herself. She can now have access to going out. She don't have to be locked in a house.
We had to have her have wheelchair accessibility into her shower space, and we had to have a toilet that is specially catered to her being in a wheelchair or in her little car, and everything at heights where she can be comfortable and she can access it. These are special projects for us because we know that we are catering to Belizeans who want to have that independence and freedom, and we want to try at MIDH to give them that.
I can go to the bathroom. I could come to my kitchen. I believe that I will walk again and do my own thing.
Muy buenos dias, beautiful Sunup on 7 family. We're back, and Jules is hydrated. The beef got juicier.
Yes. I have to put him in the bun. I have to put some water on it.
But he did say that these topics are much calmer. They're less, gonna bring up his pressure in that kind of way. So we're looking forward to that.
Yes, these are calm.
And
We'll
he's
slide
got some
right through.
information to additional.
Yes, I know. We've been receiving a lot of comments about the Naon Bonilla murder.
Yeah.
And, I'm not trivializing it or making it into just but the fact is, the person accused of it was involved in a business dispute. And the genesis of the business dispute, she attested in an affidavit, was because of this NHI contract, which I just learned, this is information, has not been signed. It was not signed because of the dispute in the partnership.
Wow.
It was not signed because of the dispute in the partnership. So that changes the state of play. Yes, the partnership is still in a state of flux because one partner is dead and the other is in jail on remand. But that contract, I have confirmed, or a good source tells me, has not been signed. So that's a consequential twist in the whole thing, right? Because then the partnership becomes a lot less lucrative. But I hear everybody, as the comments say, and I'm not trying to trivialize the murder at all or normalize it. But let's quickly move on.
Yeah, Sister Connect.
Yeah, so keeping it in Belmopan, Miss Jenny Mira, the sister of the good minister, Oscar Mira. I have been hearing for years that from the BDF days, members of the Mira family have been receiving contracts to supply. As when I met Oscar Mira, his family was vegetable vendors. This was pre-2020, so I know they're in that business. And for many years, from the BDF days up until the present day, I've been hearing that this family has been contracted to supply the police and the BDF or whoever, and a smart stream picture came out. We have the smart stream picture, guys. A smart stream picture came out, I think it was last week. The one right before that, I believe. Well, we have a post from Miss Mira. Right? We have a post also from Miss Mira. She said, trust me, I screenshot everything. That's Jenny Armstrong Mira. Every reaction, every post, every comment, I think I'll need. Not try to bash my family, then come ask me for support and help. Like, WTF, have some shame. This was in the height of the Oscar Mira dispute. So she who operates as kind of the political officer is saying, don't come and ask if you have used your right as a citizen to express your discontent, right? That is not permitted,
Yeah.
right? This is how politics is played at the rawest level. Let me just send this into the system. 1 second. But yes, so that is very tribalistic politics. But that is how she the mekono know. No can ask. I sent it over there, guys. So, but this Janamira is a recipient of multiple payments from the government of Belize, and the information suggests that the payments are for providing services, for supplying vegetables and other food supplies to police and the BDF. The question is, were these put out to open tender? Right? That is the question. Were these put out to open tender? And that is still unanswered. I think you have it on the WhatsApp, guys. That is still unanswered if it was put out to open tender, but it's very suspect when a minister's sister is the beneficiary of supply contracts for the law enforcement services of our country, and he's a minister for those things. But this is the nature of politics. This is how we see that that's the name, and those are various payments made, and that was released last week. But we will be investigating to see how many payments were made to that person during the time of the PUP. You can't give your sister a contract or your family contract just because you're the minister.
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works. You're not, I understand politicians see politics as an enterprise. They see it as a way to make money. But, I understand it's a normalized system, PUDP, but you have to have some kind of subtlety. The person has your same name. Put it in a company name. And there are companies that are favored by Mr. Mira's clan that receive many contracts for construction, etc. But we'll get to that in time. But it's interesting that you are the beneficiary of payments from the government for services or goods provided, yet at the same time you are broadcasting political vengeance. No use your freedom of expression to criticize the king, because we'll mash you down. Don't use your freedom of expression to express any adverse view, because that disqualifies you as a citizen. You must bow before King Oscar. If you do not bow, off with his head. Not come beg me for nothing. Wow.
Yeah.
Then upon another level. To broadcast it, I understand that's how you feel, and that's how you talk. But could we show the Facebook post again, guys? To threaten political vengeance against those who use their freedom of expression, their freedom of choice, to say, I know that Mr. Mira, I know support you in cyberbullying. I think that they want to abuse you to go too far. No! I eat right now. I don't know, line up in fealty. If you do not, decapitation, off with your heads. You don't get nothing. You don't get none of the crumbs. Outrageous, entitled, disorientated with reality, but peak PMR. That's an example of peak pure mother. Got it. Let's go.
Let's go. Jules, now the NTUCB asked the Senate President for an apology.
I've had 2 family members who've died in the hospital. It's life. All of us go through this. And I remember the words of the doctor, Dr. Koyar, dearly departed, when they said, your father's condition is not consistent with life. right? Like, you know, make it.
What a
Those, yeah.
Okay.
That's how they phrase it.
I've never, yeah.
The Speaker of the Senate's position is not consistent with a democracy.
Oi.
She does not operate in a democratic fashion, I believe. Carolyn Trent Sandiford.
Okay.
That is my personal belief. So now, the NTUCB has written to the President of the Senate asking for an apology for that day when she stopped the Labour senator. Guys, we have pictures of the letter. When she stopped the Labour senator from speaking on a matter of public interest because he said that police officers use checkpoints to take bribes. It's a letter from the NTUCB. So, they have written and up to Madam President, restriction of parliamentary privileges. This is a letter dated May 28th. Restriction of parliamentary privileges. National Trade Union writes to formally protest your intervention during Senator Dennison's contribution to the debate on the motor vehicles bill, whatever, and more particularly your stated reliance on Standing Order 84. Good. It later says in the letter, that it is therefore a matter of serious concern that during debate, the highlighted page, guys, during debate on legislation directly concerning law enforcement powers and public administration, the presiding officer, the president, intervened to prohibit discussion of real examples of abuse, misconduct, and constitutional misunderstanding by public officers. This is what they're accusing her of doing. And the remedy they are asking for, switch to the next picture, guys, an immediate and unequivocal apology for the improper restriction, we have it, improper restriction of parliamentary privileges, a formal ruling or minute entered in the Senate records and reflected in the Hansard. Formal acknowledgement that Standing Order 84 uses circumvent, etc., etc. I know they're getting into standing orders. My point is, the President of the Senate, in the malfunction of her duties, of her duties, has been asked to apologize for shutting down the Labour senator because she don't want to hear that. He was using a real-life example of police officers and traffic officers using enforcement checkpoints to hustle. None of us want to, it's not a happy situation, but it happens. Not happy, but it happens.
Yeah.
You can talk about these factual things in the Senate. If you can't talk about it, then we do not have a functioning parliament. You're not making ad hominem attack. She didn't stop leader of government business, Mr. Ad hominem, Amon Courtney, when he made all types of allegations against Joseph Budner, who was not there to defend himself. All types of ad hominem attacks. She didn't stop that. That's fine. You can attack him. We don't kidnap him, right? He not get beat, right? He's the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
You could do that, but when she shut down the Labour senator, I believe she crossed. I think, just my observation of Senate, I believe she crossed a line and she suppressed freedom of expression, especially in the parliament. And they're asking for an apology. I don't think she will give it. What they wanted to do was a no confidence vote, but nobody will support that because, you know, everybody has status quo, churches. But I'm just saying, you can't ask the church, one of the church senators, to get involved in an insurrection against the president.
Yeah.
We've been maintaining a status quo. I cannot get into my church rant, but let's just say they love the status quo. I'm just saying, it's interesting that the NTUCB has written. I don't believe an apology will be forthcoming, but I'm glad that it's recorded, and we must record it. Moving on, guys.
Moving on.
Quickly.
Let's talk about the problematic police promotions.
Yeah, I'll just go through this quickly. I raised it last week.
Yeah.
We have the. I want to show the proper footage of Corporal Cal, and I don't do this to pillory him. He's choking out right? He's choking out a woman there. He has a woman held, and he's choking her out. She's flailing. Bring it back to the top, guys. Bring it back to the top. She's flailing like it can't breathe. It can't breathe. So she's slapping, right? He has her held. See her arms flailing. He has her held, right? This is Corporal. Let me just pull up everything that I have on it here, right?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so, and that's when he got punched down.
Wow.
Right? So, Wilbert Cobb, but that is Corporal of Police 1368 Wilbert Cobb, promoted to sergeant and transferred. My point is, we have the letter dated 6 May approving his promotion and transfer. So when the Commissioner of Police says, right, guys, we could show the letter. We have the letter showing Corporal number 1368 Wilbert Cobb's promotion and transfer. When the Commissioner of Police said in response to the Philip Garber thing, the Belize Police Department, no, not that one. He was criminally charged and he was promoted, but he was acquitted, so that's fine. It's the other promotion letter. I think we can bring it up. But my point is that when the Commissioner of Police said the Belize Police Department takes any allegations of domestic violence from our officers with the utmost seriousness, because we have recognized that when individuals in position of trust, allegations of this sort are made against them, it not only harms the victim, but it erodes the trust, the community trust from police. He did that in the case of Philip Garbutt. But it puts a lie to the whole thing when you say that you do not stand for this. But this happened in plain view earlier this year in Benqueveo, and yet this person was promoted. I am saying there, no, it's not that one, guys. It's the other promotion letter. Allow me to send it in. But I'm saying that it puts a lie to the entire enterprise. It puts a lie to the entire enterprise. That's the other promotion letter. That's from Mr. Banner, who was criminally charged and still was promoted, but he was acquitted. He was acquitted. But it's still not an ideal situation. Yeah. I'm just saying that there is a lot of consternation surrounding these promotions. Yeah. Right? There's a lot of consternation surrounding the promotions of officers who have broken significant rules publicly.
On camera.
And why exactly, and why is it happening? And officers who participated in the Budna abduction as well, right? Officers who participated in that. And then at the same time, the police department has promoted 3 contract officers, Mr. Villanueva, Mr. Dawson, and Mr. Gamboa. And Mr. Dawson, I've seen the memorandum for his retention. So all these people have been retained on a contract. These people have reached the age of retirement. So that's the thing for acting sergeant of police, Mr. Cobb. That's his letter of promotion dated May 6, in spite of just months earlier being involved in a public domestic dispute caught on camera. Yes. That is the promotion. Right? So don't think that the commissioner believes what he says when he says there's zero tolerance. There's zero tolerance when you get catch. Anyway, my point is that Alden Dawson, I have the text of his contract, which is 11th May 2026, to be the Deputy Commissioner of Police for a period of 1 year, to be employed under the labor laws, etc., for the remuneration of $74,987 per annum. So that is the contract for Deputy Commissioner of Police, Alden Dawson, given on May 11th. When you do these things, you trap the entire succession of the police department. You undermine, you demoralize all the officers who are hoping to come up. You create a bottleneck at the top. I cannot understand why it is that a department with so much senior staff, so much administrative load, so many assistant commissioners of police. Now we have 4 deputy commissioners, I believe. Why, when it's such a top-heavy department, why are persons still being retained on contract? I don't understand. I will.
Successions.
Yeah, it drops the entire succession because everybody, you're working to get up, to get a higher rank, higher responsibility, higher duties, and they're saying a department of almost 3,000 people is saying, no, 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 no. No, we ain't stop it. It has a demoralizing effect. You're a human resource expert, so. But I'm just bringing it to attention. But let's move on quickly because we're trying to get on.
Control creating and carbonated drinks.
Yeah, you know, sugar water no good for nobody, so I'm not here in defense of carbonated drinks, but I am pointing to the Supplies Control Office because Supplies Control Office is used to create monopolies that are politically favored. Let me explain. This nasty practice started under the UDP. I remember there was a monopoly given for garlic to the minister's brother under the terrible old UDP for garlic, to import garlic into our country. Belizeans use a lot of garlic. It's a lucrative. But Supplies Control created that monopoly. Wow. Only one man could import garlic. The minister's brother at the time, UDP, Mr. Vega. All right, respect. PUP win. Well, that done. PUP and I stand for that. I'm right. They didn't stand for Mr. Vega. They get somebody else. And when these things, it's not that it's given lightly. It's not that, why I pick you. Well, God, big money. I am telling you factually, big money was paid to big people for the retention of the garlic monopoly in this country. Big money is still paid because there's monthly kickbacks. Monthly. I know they talk fool. So now they're trying to do the same thing with a preferred importer of carbonated drinks of Pepsi. You know, and I will not defend the importation of carbonated beverages, but I just watch how Supplies Control works these things. They work it to create monopolies for political advantage. The same thing happened with Lala Milk, right? The UDP had a lease system to go with Lala Milk and Diversa. Then when PUP come with it, take it from Diversa. It's all about money. Then Diversa then go and talk to the correct people and then get it back. But they have to split it with a politically favored person. And then eventually, Diversa figure out how to dance punta because they're from Guate. And then they dance Zapatiara maybe. But then they realize, boy, with this crowd here, you got the punta. So they realize, and the politically favored person lose it and then get it back. I'm just saying, this is how it's played with Supplies Control.
Yes.
They manipulate importation to enrich certain individuals. When certain individuals get enriched, let us just say it has a beneficial effect on political life. Moving on, we won't hang up on that. Quick.
Yeah,
this is
let's
ridiculous.
Talk about the battle lines drawn in the Corozal PUP.
Okay,
unison.
we're on the closing stretch. So we have the TEA 7, we have the Rigo 7, guys. So both TEA and Rigo have declared their seat, or Rigo and Shahari. Yeah, let's show the beautiful slates. I wish I was living in Corozal right now. I would end my non-voting stance. So Honorable Juice Gonzalez is a relative, is a cousin of Tea. So he defected to Rigo's camp. So Rigo has his 7 declared.
Okay.
Right? So Rigo's 7 is declared, but Shahari, can we show the next one, was the first to declare. So this is a major political dispute in Corozal Bay. It is causing major infighting, misgivings, bad feelings, and doubt.
Wow.
Are we able to show the text message from Tea Garcia, your rep, telling them, let me say this, This is to our executive. We can agree to disagree at any time. I do not take it personally. Any member of my executive who feels that they cannot serve in this executive while I'm duly elected PUP area rep, please feel free to tender your resignation. It is causing an internecine warfare between the PUP. There is distrust, there is recrimination, there are penalties, there is punishment, there are firings, there are lettings go, because of this internecine political war between these PUP factions. I love political bloodshed, but I will say there's nothing I love more than this. Are we able to show the TEA logo, please, on the park bench? This, I beg them, this that says TEA, that is on the park bench in Corozal. I'm certain paid for with public funds, but I believe paid for with public funds. So are we able to zoom in on it? TEA leadership that delivers on a park bench. I would beg them, please make a line of furniture that says TEA delivers. I want bathroom fixtures. I want that on my throne. That would inspire me in those meditational moments.
Because you have those, Jules. Because you have those.
What's that?
Because you have those
I have meditational moments. But this just shows this is an act of great political vanity.
It is.
Show it again, guys. But I will say it is beautiful. Please make it into bathroom fixtures. I would love to see that, to contemplate that while I meditate in that most private sanctum.
You just finish eat your garlic and go.
Finish your garlic and you go, and then you think, TEA delivers. Wow, that is a serious sense of self-iconography, right? But respect to that, I love it. Yeah, the next one is a tough case.
Yeah, now let's
We're
talk about
winding
the
down.
difficult case of Nicole McDonald.
Oh my goodness. Nicole McDonald, we spoke about her last week. She has this very important constitutional case that they're bringing up. And she was drugged. She attacked a doctor in a medical facility.
Matron Roberts.
Yeah, at Matron Roberts. And she had to be drugged out. I believe that happened on Saturday. Right? So it's very unfortunate. A doctor was injured. Let me just pull up the press release here. It's really a terrible thing that happened. And it shows how vulnerable doctors are, right? It shows what doctors have to endure, what medical professionals, nurses and doctors, right? And it was such an ugly scene, and Nicole is well known to everyone as the woman who was charged with cyberbullying and now has a big constitutional case. And obviously she's going through something, and you know, we don't want to beat a woman who is down. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that as an awful play on words. It's a terrible thing that happened there.
Yeah.
And the Ministry of Health says, we can end the video, guys. It's not good. It's not a pretty sight. Now, yeah, guys, please, let's take a break from that. Thanks. Yeah, I'm just saying, Ministry of Health put out a statement. An unfortunate incident occurred yesterday in one of the ministry's primary health care. They put this out on June 7th. Where a doctor and healthcare provider were physically attacked by a patient who was awaiting care. Apparently, she lost her patience and she felt she was being mistreated. Threats and attacks of this nature are increasing at many public healthcare facilities. She was there with a small child who had to witness it, poor thing, and the doctor received injuries. I think we have the picture of the injuries, guys. But I'm just saying it's you know, what doctors and police officers have to face as frontline responders in this country. What they have to face is extraordinary. The threats, the danger, the difficulty that they have to face, the unsanitary situations that police have to face with homeless persons. You know, we're a society where mental health is a crisis. We have, I don't know if there's a psychiatrist currently attached to the public health care system. I know it comes and goes, but we're a society in a mental health meltdown.
We are.
And it is the most urgent need that I think we have. I mean, there are many health issues in Belize, but mental health is at crisis stage. And I'm so sorry for those frontline workers who have to take that sort of thing. I expect Nicole will probably be back in court again sometime soon. She has a very important constitutional case on cyberbullying laws before the court. So you know, it's complicated, but yeah, it just shows how difficult police are. There was a side note with this, though, a political side note. A statement was put out on the Ministry of Health's Facebook page on Saturday, I believe, and then it was taken down. This is the second statement I've noticed from the Ministry of Health Facebook page that says AI info. So you say, but why this is happening is because there are communication professionals at Ministry of Health and Wellness, you know, but they have been taken off the Facebook because everything now is privatized to a special provider. Multiple ministries have Facebook page managers. Now, I mention this because every ministry has a public relations officer, a communications officer. But these powers to post have been taken out of their hands and privately contracted to a politically preferred company. Privately contracted to a politically preferred company. So we are paying the communications experts. They have trained, but they are no longer in charge of making these communications. So show the one that was taken down again. And when there is that kind of breakdown, that's when you have this kind of amateurish, put up major statements about the same attack, put up major statements and then have to take it down, right? But I am saying, and it says AI info, I am saying it's an embarrassment for the Ministry of Health and Wellness. And I understand Facebook is its own monster. But I am concerned when politically favored companies get a whole bunch of ministries that they become social media page managers for. Let us move on, guys.
We have the last one, Jules. To Cuba with love.
To Cuba with love. I just want to say that the government of Belize, are we able to show the tweet from the president of Cuba? The Belize has sent supplies. You have the tweet in front of you. You want to read it, Kevin?
Yeah.
In English?
It says, already in Havana, this ship with 1,700 tons of food and supplies from Mexico and Belize. It's an effort with both government, solidarity groups, and Cubans residing in those sister nations and La Hornada. We thank you for the solidarity embraced in such difficult times.
Yeah. You know, we cannot even express what our brothers and sisters in Cuba are going through. The Belizeans there are Belizeans there. 22-hour blackouts. A country that's literally being choked to death. So I am extremely proud that Belize was able to organize 1,700 tons, right?
1,700 tons.
1,700 tons. Belize and Mexico.
Belize and Mexico, yes.
And it's a great show of solidarity with a country that has supported Belize from pre-independence through to nationhood. Its doctors are still here. But no good deed goes unpunished by the great imperium. I'm sure America will not be happy, even though it's humanitarian support. Or I suspect the Americans will not be happy because they want Cuba. They're trying to choke them out and to force a change by choking them out, and not going to work. But anyway, I'm very heartened that Belize was able to do that. My goodness. I was interrupted by a commercial break. That's why I took this long. I'm never coming back. I'm done. I'm done. I've broken every rule. Please shuffle me off this stage and kick me out.
Okay.
Renata.
With that, guys, we've come to the ending of Monday Morning Beef.
Yes.
We do have a beautiful sunrise to share with you. I'm not sure who this is from.
Oh, that's from Jules.
That's from Jules.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, the man next time they show that the way.
There
Yeah.
15 years inside, you see no.
There comes this.
Oh, okay, Jules.
So you just put the phone there and left it, right?
something like that.
Because I can't picture your hand is there or something.
No, dear, don't worry. There are ways to do these things.
Right. So we go into our first commercial break. When we're back, we have a very important conversation with the Crocodile Research Coalition.
Live look at the traffic, Victor. Man, can see how the traffic look. Jules has been talking for so long. Well, people have been.
So he needs to see what happened.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But anyway,
With that,
thank
guys,
you.
we're going to go to our next commercial break. Enjoy the traffic. We'll be right back.
These charter mints aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Shireen Halsell, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indra Craig.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your Nation Station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning. the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
Book your vacation with us today.
Good morning, Sunup on 7 family. Welcome back to your Monday episode. Just before the commercial break, we had a heavy conversation with Jules in the Monday Morning Beef. If you missed that, you can always go back and watch our Facebook recorded live. And we jump straight into our next topic, and we're joined via Zoom by Jonathan Trimio. He's a research biologist at the Crocodile Research Coalition. And today we're talking some information about crocs and their upcoming World Croc Day. Jonathan, good morning. Thank you so much for your patience and for joining us via Zoom today to have this very important conversation. Before we do a check-in, before we get into the conversation, let's do a check-in with you. How are you feeling today?
I'm doing good. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So let's talk.
We have
some
World
information about
Croc
crocs.
Day. Yeah, so talk to us a little bit about what's gonna be taking place. But in general, I also want to zoom into the importance of World Croc Day and why it's celebrated. Why we should be raising our attention to it and our lens on what this day really means.
Yes. So World Croc Day initially started with the CRC, the Crocodile Research Coalition, and the Belize Zoo in June 17, 2017. So that was the very first World Croc Day, and it was founded or started up by Dr. Marissa Tejas and her friend Sean Heflick. So ever since then, we've been doing maybe some outreach, research on crocodiles or anything related to crocodile conservation to commemorate these important animals, right? They're very important for the ecosystem, and we need to show a way to appreciate them, right?
So in that regard, how do we appreciate crocs?
Yes. Right. So that's a good question, right? So crocodiles aren't really animals that people like or love, right? A lot of people hate crocodiles, right? People don't like them. So we need to do more than just simple outreach, right? We need to build some kind of an image that people would love, right? And World Crocodile Day is part of this mission, right? We want to have people maybe not love crocodile, but at least appreciate them for what they are in the ecosystem, right? They are apex predators that control the level of prey items in the ecosystem, right? They are important for the nutrient cycling and maintaining water in ecosystems during the drought, right? So they are ecosystem engineers. So there are many things that crocodiles do that are considered ecosystem services that we humans appreciate the
Okay.
some way or another.
Very good. So if I'm gathering right, so World Croc Day is on June 17th, and you're talking about it's important for us to be able to appreciate the contribution that crocodiles have in our ecosystem, and how can we live with them. I want to bring you to a present situation that's taking place in Belize City, where there's the conversation around crocodiles being present on the Marion Jones Sporting Complex, and there's the conversation around how calls for crocodiles to be removed, but they keep on coming back. So at some point, we gotta live with them, right? Or we gotta interact safely with them. So what advice would you have for people that are, wanting to have a level of respect and understanding and appreciation for croc, but at the same time, safeguarding their security? How do we do that? What would be your approach?
Excellent question, right? So we in Belize, we've always had crocodiles, and we will always have crocodiles, right? I always see comments on the internet like, "Oh, we should call them and start hunting them," but that's not the right way to go, right? So we need to start. We need to learn how to live with them, right? Especially in Belize City. Belize City is a lot of areas in Belize City are below sea level, and it's dominated by swamps and mangroves, and this is prime crocodile habitat, right? So every time we get calls regarding a crocodile in someone's yard or something like that, right? And luckily we have our volunteer or community representative, Austin Bennett, who responds to these wildlife rescues and calls. So just this past week, we went to see the Marion Jones Stadium and
Oh, you
see
did? Okay.
swamps in that area. We didn't see anything, but I mean, for sure, there are crocodiles that inhabit that area, right? There's a lot of swamps and a drainage. The sea is right there. There's mangroves. So this is crocodile habitat.
Yeah.
Unless we fence the entire stadium and put maybe grills on the canals or something, then we won't have crocodiles. But this is something that we have to live with and learn how to live with, because crocodiles will always be there, right? If I move that crocodile because people don't like it, tomorrow another crocodile is gonna come. So how are we gonna solve this, right? We need to find ways how to live with them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I need to do it in a sustainable way, because we just can't go and move it. It's just a waste of resources.
Most definitely. So in that light and understanding the importance of June 17th and, bringing this attention for persons to not only just, learn to live with them, but have a level of respect and appreciation, like you mentioned before, for the contribution to the ecosystem. What is CRC doing to, allow for persons to get that sensitization, to bring about the information in some way, shape, or form? What's being planned?
Yeah, so our main thing is research, right? But also part of our work, or part of the main CRC pillar, is education, right? That's one of our main things, doing outreach community events to educate the people about the world of crocodiles, right? Because people, when they think about crocodiles, they think about these killing machines, and they're just out here to kill us and eat us, right? Which is very, very wrong, right? So there are crocodiles that would prey on people, right? Like the Nile crocodile, the saltwater crocodile. But these are species that we don't have in Belize. These are species that you find in Africa, Australia, right? And we don't have those animals here. These crocodiles that we have here are very shy and timid of people. So I could walk up to them, and the first thing that these crocodiles would do is swim away, right? I've seen it a lot. And the only case where crocodiles do not fear people is when people start to feed them, right? They teach this crocodile that humans are friends and they should be sought after because they are a source of food, right? And which is illegal, right? In Belize, that is considered harassment by the Forest Department, the laws in Belize.
So for persons that are listening to this, is there any opportunity also to kind of like volunteer, to support what the CRC is doing? Is there a Facebook that they can be able to go to? Are you guys looking for anything to continue this work, this very necessary work and instrumental work in Belize?
Yeah, certainly. So another thing that we do is a lot of community engagement, right? So we interact with our community a lot, right? So we need the support from the community because that is the only way that conservation goals can be attained, right? Conservation is about people as well. It's not just about wildlife, it is about people. So community engagement is very important, right? So if people are interested or want to learn, we have a lot of opportunities for people to come and help us join our course, be like an intern, a volunteer, and we also offer tours. So all of these things we have right here at the CRC. So there are people that join us from the University of Belize, people from abroad. They have projects, and we facilitate all of that. But yeah, definitely we have the opportunity for people to come and learn more about crocodiles. So yes, we have social media platforms on all websites. We have Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and all of these other websites.
Thank you so much, Jonathan, for letting us know that there's many ways how you're able to connect with the Crocodile Research Coalition via Facebook, via Instagram, also your website. And I know that you have your facilities based in Placencia. So there's more than one way how we can learn more about crocs, contribute to the conservation and protection of them. But also we appreciate the insight you gave us on how can we live better with crocodiles who, as you mentioned, they're part of our environment and they're not going to go anyway. And I pray that they do not go anyway. But that there's ways how we can live with them. As we're going to wrap up this conversation, is there any last message that you would like to leave with our viewers today?
Yeah, so whenever you see crocodiles, you got to respect them, right? Crocodiles, they give us our space and we should do the same, right? We live in an area or a region where we have a lot of water. Belize is blessed with water and habitat and good ecosystem. So when you see a crocodile, remember that's a sign of a healthy ecosystem. So let's be grateful for that.
I love that. Yes.
It's a great positive message and a reminder for persons out there that are getting frantic, might be fearful, but understanding this is a healthy ecosystem that we're working with. But I mean, kudos to you, Jonathan, and an entire amazingly dedicated team that makes sure the work is done at CRC. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you very much.
And with that, guys, we're going to go to our next commercial break, and we'll be right back with more dynamic conversations. Stay tuned.
These charter mints aren't from
We're
an
navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Shireen Khalsil, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indra Craig.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Book your vacation with us today.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your nation station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
Muy buenos dias, beautiful Sunup on 7 family. Welcome back to your Monday episode. Move on to our next conversation. And we're joined on our couch by Mr. Philip Fada Henry, who is the president of the Do the Right Thing School Safety Program. And he's here to talk about his upcoming summer program that starts on June 22nd. Before we get into that, Mr. Henry, thank you so much for joining us on Sunup.
It's a pleasure once again to be here with you guys at Sunup.
Yes.
It has been a while, isn't it?
A while.
Yes, and I still look the same, but I'm getting older, inside and outside. I would just like to say to you guys here at Sunup, thank you for giving me the opportunity once again. We know that I have toured this entire country in school on my own to educate children about human trafficking, traffic safety, etc., when it comes to personal safety as well. We reached the peak point that school now will come to a halt for a little while, which is in June. Our session, the children will get the time to get a little break. But since last year, I have been having the biggest summer program in this country when it comes to children's safety. For this year, we will continue to do the same by having our summer program at the MCC ground and within the Princess Pool and also at BTL Park. Last year, we had over 500 children. We called for 300, but they were so excessive. Children comes because of the way we take care of them, keep them safe, and feed them as well. I would like to share with you, it based on the same issue that we educate you about how to protect yourself while you're utilizing the streets. And we also train you to study the signs on vehicle like license plate, letters, and number. Very important. So in this summer program, we will have heavy training to children to walk in groups and how to use your phone while you're on the street. While you're in group, not alone on the street, because it pull attention of people who wants to maybe rob you at time. But we will be having football, volleyball, we will having also sack race, lime and spoon, watermelon eating contest, and we will have tug and war and jumping jacks. So these are most of the things that where we'll have the primary school student taking part. For the high school student, which is girls will be getting the opportunity to be with a few retired teacher who will be assisting me inside of the Princess. We are not going to have the girls utilizing the park, nor the MCC ground, because the boys will utilize the park, and also MCC in playing soccer, and we'll be playing also sack race out there. The reason why we don't want to bring the girls and the boys together because from time to time we have a lot of distraction, and we don't want to have distraction. My summer program is a very strict summer program. While a child attend this program, you have to sign in. You will have to put your signature. Your parents will know that you are there, and you cannot leave until the end of the summer program while we contact your parents to say that it's, the summer program comes to an end. And it runs from Monday to Friday. And for the older student from the university who will be assisting us, we will have on Saturday also, some of the high school students will be assisting us in a cleanup campaign, which will be on the north side where we will have the summer program. Let me share something which we have a lot of things that happen in the different communities in our country, and we will have children who will sign up with other summer program. The reason why my summer program is so different is because of the fact we are trying to get kids who lives in some community where have high rate of crime and violence to be in my summer program is to educate them. While you live in a community where have a lots of serious things happening, is to focus on issues, things that happen like fundamental, like you see people walk around your home and you're not paying attention to these people. You see male, you see female, you see all sorts of people who doesn't live in that community walk in your community and you're not paying attention. Our job is to educate these same students or children who lives in those communities what we need to focus on so to better ourselves or to keep ourselves safe. It's all about safety. It's going to continue to allow you could take part in any sporting events when you feel like yourself is down to build yourself up back. So this is the reason why I'm here today, and we continue to make sure that we will do the right thing in order to have these children to become someone in life.
Thank you so much for giving us an overview about the impact that your summer program has had in the past, how many people have enrolled, and what can they expect for this year. So we announced that the summer program starts on June 22nd. How can people enroll to your program?
Well, it's very easy. I am Father Henry, and I had to do the Right Thing Pedestrian Crossing School Safety Program for only over 20 years. I maybe look the same, but I'm getting older inside. But this program has taken a serious impact on this entire country. I teach in English and Spanish. One of the most important things is how the villages, the surrounding villages take this program. This is a serious program. This is a program that builds you and also instill you to also focus on some of the things that your parents are not focusing on, like family friend is not your friend. We teach about family friend is not your friend because some of these children from time to time will be on the street communicating with their parents, friends, and these are the same people allow you to go where you shouldn't belong. And we see it happen right there at the bar where that little girl have went into the bar. It had never happened before because I teach every school. But from time to time, things will happen if you allow yourself not to paying attention to your children. This school program here is a huge program, impacted thousands of children. And we continue to ask all the people in every different community to allow your children to join some program that will build them, that they in the future will even help you. Some of the parents that have 6, 7 children and do not educate your children how to live on a daily basis. It's serious. It's a serious situation.
I can hear it's an important contribution,
But for persons that for some reason are living on the rock and they don't know about where to be able to contact you, is there a phone number? Is there a Facebook page or so forth that they
Yes,
can
it
be able
is.
to
Yes,
get?
it is. We continue to say the first thing you have to do is to look at Sunup. Sunup is one of the most important things. I'm on Sunup, and there are hundreds of people listening, tuning. For
sure,
but they could call me if you want to be a part of this program. Like last year, we had so many children, and a lot of people said that they were sending their children to other programs. But when they saw how impacted this program, there were over 200 strange other children came. We have children came away from San Ignacio because I go there to teach in the school, and their parents bring them. I thank Princess, who have given me 2 free rooms, and we had some of these children, their parents, stay in these rooms. We continue to make sure that we make each and every one, it could be me, it could be you and yourselves there to help every community. We have to work together in order to get it right. 100%. And I have been doing this 20 years. All I'm asking is for people out there who have a lot of children is to get them busy, get them in something that will build them, not will bring them down. Because we have a lot of children from time to time wants to perform like they are their parents. And we need to stop that. We need to, if you don't have a father figure, you send them to our program, because that's my thing. My thing is to try to build your children so that your children can end up help you in the future, right? This program needs also your help to get your children a part of this program. And
So for the persons that want to be in this program, what is the number that they can be
okay,
able
my number, you need to call it 600 1288 in order for you to, even if you want to donate, you can call that number because we are at this moment needs your help before the 22nd. Like I said, 600 1288, you call that number, you will be also a member of this program. It's not only you're giving to this program because we need to feed everybody and we need to keep them in there. And we have retired teacher who will be a part of this program to see that your children doesn't left this program, and parents will be called. So every donation that comes to this program will also lift us up and lift up your children so that we
Is
could
there
also
like any
continue.
fee associated with the program, and when is the deadline to register?
Okay, as I sit on your couch, there are already people registering.
Very well.
Because
What
people
is
are tuned in.
What is the deadline?
We don't carry a deadline because there
Okay,
are
you can call
thousands
it.
of children.
Okay.
And let me share with you, even if you doesn't sign up with our program and you come there like last year, there were 200 children came after the summer program when I have to thank Mr. Anwar Barrow who gave us $5,000 to give school bag to everyone.
Wow.
They came and those 200 children that never joined our program, I was sad for them because the other program doesn't give what we give. We give school uniform, brand new uniform, books, shoes, and socks and everything to girls and boys.
Wow.
You know, and we give you a receipt to go to a store to pick up your books and other things that you need because of the people who trusted my program and trusted me. I have some amazingly people who put their effort into this program because of the fact they see what I am doing. And I'm going to even ask yourself, as you are on the couch with me, to also take time out to be a part of this program. Even if you want to throw in a bag, a book, it's going to help some of these children who doesn't get the opportunity to elevate themselves. So this is why I want to share some of the sponsor, if you allow me to.
Yeah.
Okay, first I must allow to say, my biggest sponsor is Mayor Bernard Wagner.
Okay.
Awesome.
Regardless where if I'm going to the district, he has been there tirelessly.
Very good.
So when it comes to Mayor Bernard Wagner, I'm a check mark for him. And the Belize City Council and the councillors. I would like to also thank the Deputy Mayor, Mr. Elwood Miller, who now is on board with us for the fact that he knows himself that some of these children need clean attention. And when you give, you become a part of a father figure to these children as well because you reach out to some of the children that their father couldn't reach out to. Allow me to just continue Brother Habit.
sense of time,
if you can Brothers Habit, we have Quick Stop, we have Atlantic Bank and Atlantic Insurance, we have Mr. Doofy, ICB, we have also Angela Press, the DFC, Mr. Henry Charles, Mr. Francis Fonseca. We have Tropicana, beautiful there on board as well, and Mr. Karim Musa. We have a lot of small sponsors. We would like to thank also Fui Pharmacy in Belmopan. There is a huge help that they reach out to us as well. So for now that I can only share that with the
the
We put the
public.
number in the chat for persons
Yes,
out
so-
there that are hearing about the great work that you're doing. I'm sure they can be able to call in and get more information.
Yes, it is.
And anything small or big, the donations really do help all these
Yes, it
students
is.
that are able
Yes,
to do
it
it.
is.
This camp runs from the 22nd of June all the way to the 3rd of September. So
Yes, it
there's
is.
a lot that goes and entails in this camp. So for persons out there, please register. There's no deadline for
No
registration.
deadline.
You can come out and have a great time with our kids, all ages.
And we also want to keep it in your mind that you see something, say something. If you see this, you share it with other people so that you can be a part of a positive program.
Yeah.
I am Philip Father Henry, and you know who I am, so I'm asking you to lobby for me so that we can get more people to sponsor. And you out there who are paying clean attention, in order for us to have a safe community, we have to have safe program, and we do have that.
That's a great way to end this segment. We thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
too,
us on
sir.
Sunup on 7
Thank you,
to
dear.
extend the invitation to our viewers
A
to
pleasure.
join the summer program. With that, we go into our next commercial break. We have one last conversation waiting for you, and it's Belize Afro Dance Formation to talk about their upcoming summer dance program. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right, thank you.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
Muy buenos dias, beautiful Sunup and 7 family. Welcome back to your Monday episode. We have one last exciting conversation for you. And joining us on our couch, we have Crystal Gabriel, Director of the Belize Afro Dance Formation, on our couch. Crystal, good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Monday.
Thank
Happy
you.
Monday.
Yes, happy Monday. Very early Monday.
She's like, oh, yes, it's Monday.
Oh, yeah. You know, this
Yeah.
is when you work so hard, like, you don't even remember. You just know that today's the day and I'm going to get it done.
Definitely.
Yes.
And you have
It's
exciting
working.
stuff coming up too, yeah?
Definitely.
You have a recital and you also have summer dance sessions upcoming.
Yes.
Which one do you want to start with first?
So our upcoming recital, first
Okay.
thing.
Tell us
That's,
the
the,
details.
that's the closest one. So
Okay.
it's on the 27th of June. Starts at 6 p.m. in the evening. So the recital this year, you know, funny thing, because I was thinking every year I like to do a show that's different. You know, it's hard for me to really redo dances because my mind is always creating. And I was thinking, what am I going to do this time? And I wanted it to be centered something around Belize. And so I was thinking, Queen of the Sea? No, I don't want it to make it just like one. So I said, okay, Spirit of the Sea. It's going to be talking about the activities that you do. We're going to demonstrate it. So like having fun on the beach, a vacation, but also going back to having our reef, the animals, the shipwreck that happened, and just really the sea being a protector of Belize.
Oh, I like that.
And so it was going to demonstrate both the ebb and flow of the waves and all of the depth of the sea and all of that, as well as on the beach and the people that live here and celebrate being a part of this country.
I like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bring a full thing.
Who would have think like, dancing can go into so much depth too?
Of course, I don't
love
think
it.
of dance as just coming up and doing movements. The way I teach is I want that they have a holistic approach, almost like a theater type approach. Sometimes we do dancing in a theatric way where we tell stories, and I believe that every time I put a dance on stage, I need to be telling a story so that the audience is able to capture and follow us on that journey, rather than just going up there and, just the music is playing and moving. No, you need to have more, at least for me, that's how I teach.
Okay, so June 27th, Spirit of the Sea.
Spirit of the Sea.
I love it.
Yes.
What time does it start and how can
6
get
p.m.
tickets?
Tickets will be sold at the Bliss from any of our dancers as well. You can also contact me. There's a number on our flyer that you can use to contact, and then you can get tickets. But it's gonna be a really nice show.
Yeah, because we also have
I
a
feel like
range of students, right? From different
from
ages.
3
Yeah.
years, from 3 years old to adult.
Will they be like the tiny fishes or like? It's gonna be so
I'm just
cute.
thinking about
We
that.
have mermaids.
You have
We have
mermaids.
mermaids and we have starfish.
I love it. It's gonna be so cute. Now let's talk about your summer dance classes that are upcoming too.
Okay, so the summer program is mainly geared towards the students that weren't able to take on the classes throughout the year.
Ah, okay.
It's for students that want to come in and learn about our classical, our modern, and our folk dances. And I always try to keep it very diverse, because some students are more prone to want to be doing cultural dances, some like ballet, some of them are like, I give them a little bit of each technique for each one so that they are able to see where they best fit, and they get, that versatility. So when they get older, they can always decide, okay, if I want to just do this one or,
That's gonna be my passion, yeah.
And what happens is you get to meet children from all different walks of life. And that friendship that you create, that family that you create, you always, I remember you, I used to, up to today, I still see some people on the street like, I remember when we were dancing together at one point, and some people, for them, that part of their life has gone. Yeah, for me, that is my life. And so I try to share it. So even when the little ones come in, sometimes 2 years old, they come into class and they come with all this energy, and there's so many different personalities. You have to really be patient.
Yeah.
But I love working with them, and you can see that they have that interest and that want. And so that's why when we do programs like this, it helps to build character, build self-esteem. It helps them to be disciplined. It helps them with math. It helps them with counting and different things like that. And so doing all that for these 2 weeks to now get to having them perform on stage.
So there's a performance at the end of the session. Wow, okay.
So
They get to work their way up something, right?
Of course. And then they get their certificate at the end, their certificate of completion that they have participated. The classes start at 1 p.m. and it finishes at 3 p.m.
Okay.
And it's Monday to Friday, starting the 6th of July, it's the 6th of July, and it will finish on the 24th of July.
Okay. So is there like costs associated with this session?
Yes,
And how can they
so
register?
it's $50 a week. The way that I have my classes set up is it's the same rate as if you were in the sessions after school, which is basically $5 an hour. And so $5 for $5 an hour, you get to learn all of that.
I love it.
And so we have 3 week sessions, so it will be a total of $150 for the 3 weeks, and then we do a showcase at the end.
Oh, and I'm just imagining them winding up and getting into the whole idea of doing a whole showcase. Like you learn all these skills, then you get that opportunity to like showcase it to all your loved ones.
Yes,
That's
and it's a very intimate showcase, you know, because for some, being their first time on stage, you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
You can do all the work in the class, and when they get out there, it's up to them. Really and truly, it's up to them to show if they're gonna be scared, if they are gonna, you know, stand on stage and say, most of them wave at the parents or, you know, but discipline, self-esteem, you know, coming out of the shell, that's something hard for even adults. So teaching them from young to believe in themselves and to you know, give them that hope. That's what we're all about. And just having the parents out there and the friends supporting them and cheering for them.
Yeah.
That's something that you're not always in that environment to get that feeling.
Yeah. And I can feel also like your parenting experience contributes to that.
Oh,
you
yes,
know,
of
building
course.
confidence and, you know, like guiding them throughout the process.
They're all my babies. They're all my babies.
So if I'm gathering correct, Chriselle, this summer dance session is for children? Or
No.
you have an age range that people can?
So the age just starts at 3.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So it's anybody.
Age starts at 3. What I do is when you come into the program, before the classes start, everybody that has registered, I group you with your age group.
Okay.
And so you get technique based on the level and the age that you're at. So if we have students that are 18 and older, they would be grouped together and they would get a harder technique. If you're a newcomer and you're just learning, we still work with you on your pace. So it's not something that this is set, that you have to do it this way. No. I always try to, in the first day, see what my students are capable of, and then I will teach based on that.
Nice.
I do already have like plans for what dances and what we're gonna wear, like songs and things like that. But you always, as a teacher, need to know how to bridge that gap.
Yeah.
So for persons out there, reminding them that they can be able to go and enjoy the dance recital and everything. What date again is that?
That is the 27th of June. Come out, see what we have to offer,
Spirit of
and then decide, you know, well, I want my child to come into the summer program, even if we can't afford to do the after school, or even, I mean, we're very affordable, but sometimes it's not just coming to the class. You have to get them there, pick them up from school, drop them off, and sometimes that's a hassle for parents, you know. So the summer program is to kind of help, but come and see what we have to offer and see if it's something that you'd like your child to learn too.
I like that. That's a great way to warm up into joining Belize Afro Dance Formation and to experience it. Yeah. Chriselle, we thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank
to
you
extend an
too for
invitation
having me.
for the upcoming dance recital and the available summer dance sessions with Belize Afro Dance Formation. When it's time for us to wrap up the show. So we're going to thank Jonathan Tremillo from the Crocodile Research Coalition for joining us today, talk about your upcoming World Croc Day, which is June 17th, and Mr. Philip Henry talking about his summer program as it regards to child safety that starts on June 22nd. And our lovely Chriselle joining us today to talk about the dance recital on June 27th and the summer dance sessions that start July 6th. Did I get it right?
Yes.
Yay!
Awesome.
Good job.
All
Next
right,
time you guys
all
are
right.
going to do a little routine, right?
Yes, next time we're going to do a routine. But with that, guys, we're going to send you off on your Montabulous Monday and join us back here tomorrow for our Tabulous Tuesday. Take care.
Bye, folks. We love you. Take care.
A place to call your home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight. We'll be there at morning's light. I've got you covered on all concerns we share today. You will discover how the world turns each day. When the sun comes